Your skull is smaller than your great-great-grandmother's. Your jaw has shrunk so much that your wisdom teeth have nowhere to go, so they grow sideways into your nerves, and you pay a surgeon to remove them. You were born 3 months too early. Every human baby is. We are the only primate on Earth born this underdeveloped, helpless, blind, and unable to regulate our own temperature. Because if we stayed in the womb any longer, our heads would be too big to survive birth. You lost 60% of your smell genes. Not you personally. Your species. Gone. Deleted by evolution over the last few million years while you were busy becoming intelligent. And scientists recently found evidence in a pit of 400,000-year-old bones that your ancestors may have done something you no longer can. Hibernated, like bears, for months at a time. The ability is still in your genome, broken, switched off, waiting. This is the story of a species in the middle of its own quiet unraveling. And the thing doing the unraveling is the one thing you're most proud of, your civilization. Let's start with your head. Human skulls have been getting measurably smaller for the last 10,000 years. Not by much, a few percent, but the trend is consistent across populations on multiple continents. Archaeologists find it in Europe, in Asia, in the Americas. The leading explanation is both simple and deeply unsettling. Before agriculture, every meal was a physical battle. You chewed raw, tough, fibrous food for hours every day. Roots, dried meat, unprocessed grains. Your jaw muscles were enormous. And jaw muscles, when they are large enough, physically push outward on the skull during development, shaping it, expanding it, creating more room for brain tissue. When we started cooking food into softness, when we started processing grain into bread, when we removed the resistance from eating, the jaw muscles shrank. And as they shrank, so did the pressure on the skull. So did the skull itself. You did not get smarter. You got softer food, and your head quietly paid the price. The jaw collapse is even more dramatic than the skull. Human faces have been flattening for tens of thousands of years. Compared to our ancestors from 100,000 years ago, modern human faces are smaller, flatter, and have significantly less jaw mass. The chin, that bony protrusion unique to modern humans, appeared as our jaws retreated, and the bone that remained needed somewhere to go. Your chin is not a sign of strength. It is a structural remnant of a disappearing jaw. And the wisdom teeth, your third molars, are the clearest evidence of this mismatch. Every other primate has room for them. Ancient human skulls had room for them. They erupted cleanly, were used for grinding tough vegetaceous, and caused no problems. Today, only 5% of wisdom teeth that erupt need to be removed. The jaw has shrunk faster than evolution can keep up. The teeth still try to arrive on the schedule they've always followed, but the mouth that's supposed to receive them no longer exists. You have teeth your face cannot fit. Here is the one that most people have never heard. Humans have lost more than 60% of the functional genes that code for olfactory receptors, the chemical sensors in your nose that detect odor. A study published just weeks ago confirmed this across multiple human populations. Dogs have around 800 functional smell receptor genes. Mice have over 1,000. You have around 400. And roughly 60% of the genes that should be active, the ones your primate ancestors used to navigate the world by scent, are broken. Pseudogenes, ghost copies of instructions that no longer work. You lost them the same way you lost jaw mass, not through injury, not through disease, through success. As your ancestors became better at using tools, at cooking food, at building social structures that reduced the need to track prey by scent or detect predators before they were visible, the pressure to maintain those smell genes relaxed. Evolution does not preserve what you do not use, so it quietly deleted them across generations. one broken gene at a time. You walk through a world drenched in chemical information you can no longer read. Your dog is not confused by smells you cannot detect. Your dog is reading a language you forgot.
Now, consider how you arrived in the world. A human baby is born at 9 months. This seems normal because it is all you have ever known. It is not normal. Compared to other primates of similar body size, a human pregnancy should last around 18 to 21 months. A chimpanzee infant is born far more developed than a human newborn, able to grip, to cling, to orient itself within hours. A human newborn can't hold its own head up for months, can't walk for a year, can't communicate meaningfully for 2 years, is dependent on caregivers for almost a decade before approaching basic self-sufficiency. We are born this helpless for one reason only. Our brains grew too fast for our bodies to keep up. The human brain expanded so rapidly over the last 2 million years that the skull required to contain an even partially developed brain became too large to pass safely through the human pelvis during birth. Evolution faced a choice: kill the mother or deliver the baby early. It chose early. So you arrived in the world 3 months before you were biologically ready. An evolutionary compromise, a workaround. You spent the first months of your life completing outside the womb what every other primate completes inside it. And the cost of that compromise is not just helplessness. It is a lifetime of dependency, of extended childhood, of needing other people to survive in a way no other primate does. Civilization, the entire structure of human society, may exist because we are born too soon and cannot survive alone. And now the strangest part. In 2020, researchers published a study on 430,000-year-old human ancestor bones found in a cave in northern Spain, a site called Cima de los Huesos, the Pit of Bones. The bones showed something unexpected: seasonal interruptions in bone growth, the same patterns found in the bones of hibernating animals, bears, cave lions. Species that enter a state of deep metabolic slowdown for months at a time during winter. The researchers proposed something that sounds impossible: that our ancestors may have hibernated, not slept longer, not rested more, hibernated, entering a state of dramatically reduced metabolism, lowered body temperature, and months of near suspended animation, as a survival strategy during brutal Ice Age winters when food disappeared completely. And here is what makes this more than just an interesting theory. The genetic machinery for hibernation is not gone from the human genome. Some primate species still hibernate today. The fat-tailed dwarf lemur of Madagascar enters torpor for months at a time. The code exists in the primate lineage. In us, it appears to be switched off, suppressed, silenced by the same thing that silenced our smell genes and shrank our skulls: fire, shelter, agriculture, stored food. Every technology we built to escape the pressure of winter removed one more reason for that ancient code to stay active. Here is what I want you to sit with. Every loss in this video came from the same source: your intelligence, your tools, your civilization. Every comfort your ancestors built removed one more biological pressure. And evolution, which does not plan ahead, does not preserve what is no longer tested. You are not the pinnacle of evolution. You are the current edit, a species that traded biological power for cultural power and is still paying the biological bill quietly, one lost gene at a time. Your dog can smell what you cannot. Your jaw does not fit your teeth. And somewhere in your genome, a set of instructions for sleeping through winter. Instructions that kept your ancestors alive for hundreds of thousands of years. Sits silent, waiting. You are not broken. You are mid-process. And the process is not finished yet.